There's a reason I don't watch any anime live action adaptations that has any Western influence or involvement. Too many times they have proven not just to be incompetent, but just flat out corrupt when it comes to decision making, especially of the characters. Whether it's Faye being gay in Cowboy Bebop, Light having nowhere near the suave demeanor in Death Note, with the obvious race swap of L that a young Jared Leto would have done right. And even beyond that, I'm just done watching Western media as a whole, with very few exceptions, mainly because I'm sick of playing the cat and mouse game with Hollywood, where they reel you in with false hope, like a few good episodes or solid first few seasons or something. Then once they realize they have you hooked is when they introduce the political correctness, the agenda, the blatant in-your-face message, but let's pretend it's not there. But if you dare call out what everyone else sees, then you're the problem. And the latest instance where this is occurring is the race swap of Vivi in season 2 of the One Piece live action.
Oh, not again.
And I already know what people's response will be trying to minimize. It's just one thing, why don't you watch past it? And my answer is,
how about no?
And this actually coincides with my previous videos about gatekeeping. It's that soft attitude that emboldens these types to do whatever they want with these properties. You allow a little of it, and eventually you will get a lot of it, as time after time has proven. To the point we've gotten a handicapped Spider-Man and gay Captain America, where it isn't just blatant but flat out silly. And that's how deterioration of a property works, little by little, slowly but surely. Like a house left unmanaged or not maintained, eventually developing leakage, cracks in the roof, floorboards weaken to where the whole thing collapses overnight and you're left wondering why. Because you overlook the obvious, compromising the integrity to where it becomes unrecognizable. And this isn't just theory or speculation, but by this point, it's pattern recognition. And I get it. There are those in good faith making the point, well, I'm usually not for the race swaps, but I'll excuse this because Vivi is the queen of a society in the desert, which can be depicted of a certain tribe of people, so I guess it makes sense. But for this, using their logic, it still falls flat because the actress is Indian and not of Arab descent, so it makes it even worse for everyone enabling this, trying to rationalize this type of decision making. But even then, it's causing debates on top of debates in the comments, what is true, what's accurate in this region versus that region, when all you had to do was pick a fair-skinned actress to play a fair-skinned character. And if the activist-minded types find that problematic, tell them to
Get the fuck out!
It's that simple.
When I'm watching anime, my suspension of disbelief is so high, I don't need everything to make sense. It's a show where the main character can stretch his limbs further than a football field, so real life accuracy isn't necessarily the aim of this story, but only to entertain, making you feel something at times. Without this politically correct, obsessed, not enough representation, which it already has in this show, that nobody had a problem with until 5 seconds ago. And I don't know who made this decision, who approved it or finalized it, but I do know the showrunner isn't the same as the first season. Maybe that has something to do with it. And I know Oda has a lot of say in the development of this adaptation. So maybe he didn't choose it, but still approved it. Which raises another concern of mine when it comes to Japanese creators working with Western creators. I say that using air quotes. There's something that happens with authentic creators that once they created something of extreme value, they pick up the phone when current Hollywood calls and get sucked into that bubble. And they eventually catch that politically correct bug. I say that metaphorically, but also seriously. When a true creator creates in an activist free zone, they're not thinking, does this pass the politically correct test? Does this fulfill representation quotas? Does this offend, etc.? It doesn't occur until they become a part of that bubble where now they're micromanaged every step of the way, where the quotas themselves filter out any creativity they had. Or if a number of people said, well, your story is so popular and beloved around the world, wouldn't it be nice to just change it up a little so people in different regions could see themselves in the character?
No.
No?
No!
You wouldn't want to catch that this is offensive backlash, would you? Just saying. So then one might feel obligated or compelled to comply or concede to play nice. Let's not cause too much conflict because any other way they might be worried to be seen as the bad guy or not inclusive. Something no one had a problem with for the nearly 30 years One Piece has been running versus until 5 seconds ago, trying to appease those who can never be satisfied no matter what you do. Now, as I've said, I don't know how this decision occurred, but one would make the bet.
Well, I smell bet.
that if Oda was making this live action strictly in Japan, with no Western involvement, influence, same budget only to license to the West, full creative control, meaning he distinctly picks the actors and actresses from the cast and call himself, we would have received an actress who resembles Vivi accurately from the anime, skin, hair, boobs, and all.
Katie has some big ass titties.
But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I know I'll catch flack for this, it is what it is, and I also don't mean disrespect to Oda himself, the legend. It's just an acknowledgement to what's been occurring for a very long time now, and hope future creators learn there's nothing wrong with staying true to your vision in its original essence. No matter how many outrage mobs come for you, stand true and the real fans will always stay by your side. Also, if you haven't checked out my music, Spotify links in the description. If you love those lo-fi mellow boom bap vibes, then my music is definitely for you. And if you want to support me and the content I create, consider joining my channel. Becoming a member is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Free think. Peace.